What up, everybody, and welcome back to Let's Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Dustin Calloway. What's good, my people? What's good? What's good, my people? Hopefully everything looks good. The setup looks good. Man, we are back with another episode. This is episode, I believe it's episode 30. So, before we get this thing cracking, I want to ask y'all to please smash that like button. Please subscribe to my channel. Please turn on that bell notification so that when I do go and start recording and I put this stuff on, you know what I'm saying, and I'm showing y'all some stuff, y'all will be notified when I do drop a new video. So, sorry if that was pretty loud in the mic, but without further ado, let's get into this episode of Let's Talk Podcast, episode 30. And I got this hat on today because my hair is smack right now. So, let's get into it, man. I'm not going to hold y'all for a long time, but the first thing that I want to get into today on this episode of Let's Talk Podcast is I want to get into this Kwame Brown situation, right? And the Kwame Brown situation, it's not the same thing that everybody's used to hearing. It's not the same old stuff that you hear about him beefing with this person, beefing with that person, going back and forth. Nah, it ain't that. This one is basically about the situation that he's going through with his baby mama, right? So to basically make a long story short, the baby mama hit him up recently, basically saying, looking to get more child support from him. Basically came at him with some stuff like, I'm about to put our son in college so that you can start paying child support again on our child, right? So this is basically what she put this man through, right? So she sent, I believe, from what I saw in the video, she sent somebody to the house, you know, probably somebody from the courts or something, to deliver him a letter or something, basically saying that she wanted to put this man back on child support just to try to squeeze a little bit of money, a little bit of extra money out of this man. So if you do the math to me on just child support, period, man, just me personally, I've been paying child support since my daughter was born. I paid child support for both of my daughters, but from the rip, since they were born, right? So, I mean, if you do the math on this man, Kwame Brown, and his child, Kwame Brown, I believe he went to the NBA straight out of high school. So you got to imagine when she was getting child support from this man in the beginning is way more than what, you know, the average woman is getting, you know, based off of an NBA contract, right? So in my mind, I'm looking at it like this. You get all this money out this man for what, 18 years? All this money. You didn't take that money, flip it, and invest it into anything, right? So clearly, if you asking for more money now, that means that all the money that you got prior to today, or prior to you asking for more money now that the bread is gone, you blew it all. You blew it all on, you know, the typical stuff that, you know, women buy when they get a little bit of money. You know, not saying that it's all women, but a lot of, you know, just people, period, man. They just, you know, you can't give everybody money, man, because, you know, you see the first thing that people do is they go out, buy cars, they go out and spend it all on clothes, taking trips, kicking it, not thinking about, you know, let me go ahead and invest this money in something. And that's a totally deeper type of topic, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of our people really, you know, let's just keep it real, just people, period. If you ain't grow up in a house where somebody taught you how to be financially responsible, the first thing you do when you get money, you blow that shit. You blow the fucking money. So that could be something, you know, to talk about. That's probably what she did with the money. So when she started getting that child support money, instead of thinking about, hey, let me invest in this and invest in that long term to basically have a better outcome in the future, she blew the bread. So now she's seeking more money, right? So it's crazy to me how all of a sudden, right, this just became this thing, because from what I was getting from what Kwame was saying, basically, all of a sudden, you know, Kwame Brown, he ain't been in the spotlight for years. But all of a sudden, when he come out and now all of a sudden he running his YouTube channel, he doing this and doing that, and he's becoming the face and he's going viral now, all of a sudden, she come back out the woodworks. Don't that sound familiar to a lot of y'all dudes out there, man? You know, don't that sound familiar? When you down, You know, like, or put it like this, because I'm not gonna say that man was down. I don't know that man's pockets. I'm not gonna count him. I'm not gonna call him broke just because he wasn't in the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? He got a roof over his head. He's still living. He's still surviving. Don't look broke to me. So I'm not gonna count that man's pockets. But it just seemed a little crazy, don't it? This is what a lot of men go through on a daily basis, and even myself, when certain women that you're dealing with, let's just say baby mamas, when they see you come up, you get a little bit of extra bread, the first thing that they do is they try to attack you to get more money out of you for child support. That's the bottom line. That's what they all do. A majority of, not all, some. That's what some do. And in my case, I could say it's a similar type of situation. Don't nobody know the pain of someone, because when you're on child support, no one knows the pain of, it's not many people that knows the pain of every 3 years when they allow you or your baby mama to go through, or baby daddy to go get that reevaluation on you, right? And the reevaluation is basically to look and see if you make more money, to see if they can get more from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they do. So in this situation with Kwame, it reminds me of something similar to my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like I said, I'm not down with doing the little baby mama drama, shit no more. Like, but still, if it's something similar to what that I can relate to, I'm gonna definitely talk about it. But in Kwame Brown's situation, I completely understand what he's going through, because, man, like if you're a 9-to-5 worker, most of these jobs, man, they're not gonna really give you no crazy pay increase, forever. Most of the time, like if you work at a company like mine, you're going to get 50 cents maybe a year, maybe 50 cents. Or if you move up to a higher position, you may get $1, or you may just get a huge increase if you go from being a lower level person to a higher level person. That's different, right? But once you get into that position, 9 times out of 10, if you stay there and you just keep going through the motions every year, you're only going to get about 50 cents coming in at a place where I work, similar to where I work. And that's just a regular 9-to-5, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, just imagine, you working in a job, and you've been in the same position for 3 years, right? And you have a child, right? So 3, 6, 9, you're only looking at maybe $1.50 after 3 years, $1.50 increase, maybe. And then you get somebody who goes down there to go get a reevaluation on you after 3 years on $1.50 extra on your income. And then, 9 times out of 10, they're going to give her more. So it's like, I understand what Kwame is going through as far as that situation with the baby mama, man. Like, it's a tough ball game. You know what I'm saying? Like him getting a little bit of fame, as far as coming out of high school, going to the NBA, boom, that's one thing. But then she see this man pop up on social media and he's viral. She automatically just assume, oh, you viral and people talking about you, you getting all these hits and these views. You just assume that money is tied to that. You know how many people out here make videos, podcasts, get thousands of views and all that stuff, even on TikTok and stuff like that. And a lot of that stuff, for real, a lot of people don't make money off of it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what you're doing and you're just making videos, you might have a video that go viral, but that don't mean that somebody put money in your pocket because of that, because you probably don't even know what you're doing. But now, I think like that's what made her feel like she can just come to this man and try to find a way to get more money out of him. To me, it's a dirty game. It's a dirty game, man. If you blew that money that you got from that man for 18 years or however many years he was paying you child support, and you blew it and you didn't do what you needed to do with that money, it's a L, man. Just take that as a L. Stop trying to be, greedy. Stop trying to find different ways to go take extra money from that man. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, it's over for you, man. Just be done with it and move on. But what I have to say to people, dudes that be in situations like that, man, be careful who you decide to date when you start getting money. That's the bottom line. Or even if you're about to come into some money, if you know you're about to start a business and you got a good plan and it's solid and you know that this is going to blow up, be careful who you decide to date, man. You got to make sure that the person that you with is down for you, man. Because for real, the way that things are going now, if you take a look around, man, a lot of these women that I see nowadays, it's getting bad, bruh. It's getting real bad out here. And I'm not saying all of them, but it's a lot of them out here that You look at some of these dudes that they be aligning with, and you be like, man, come on, dude. Would she date you if you didn't have bread, or she didn't see the success coming your way? Come on, man. So y'all got to be able to see through that, bruh. Y'all have to, man, because you might end up in a situation where you're going to get beat down for that child support, bruh. And it's going to go bad for you, man. So, yeah. The situation with Kwame Brown and his baby mama, it's a crazy game, man. It's a crazy game. But what can you do? So moving on, man. It was something else that I was thinking about the other day. And it came back around, honestly, throughout the Kwame Brown situation. It came back around. And it started making me think a little bit more about the situation, because I had already heard about it before Kwame Brown had put it back out there on the surface and sparked something else in my mind. But it kind of just like, I kind of like let it slip my mind. And I got to stop doing that. So this whole situation with Charlamagne the God, right? Look, whatever. If you want to call it allegedly, let's call it alleged. The alleged situation with Charlamagne and the girl that the bad stuff happened to. Everybody know the story. We all know what happened. But when I look at stuff like that story, man, we got to start holding our people accountable for their actions. So what I mean by that is, if we know for a fact, let's just say, if allegedly or whatever, if he was 100% guilty, and we know for a fact that he did something wrong, we got to stop supporting people, man. We got to start shutting them down. It ain't only just the other races, man. We got to start shutting our own people down too. When people do people wrong in this world, man, we got to stop kicking whatever they did to the side and just letting them just keep on moving on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we know for a fact that if that man really did do something to that girl, allegedly or whatever, we got to stop supporting that man. We got to, you don't get no pass, man. We got to stop giving passes to people that do people dirty in this world. And just because they got a little bit of fame, we got to stop looking for reasons to stick by those people. It's not okay, man. You know what I'm saying? So in that situation, when he had brought it back up, it made me start digging into that story a little bit more. And I actually, I believe her name was Jessica Reed. I want to say that. But I started digging back into that story, right? And I actually watched, it was a documentary, I want to say that Choke No Joke had posted. And I watched that documentary, man, and I listened to the girl, give her testimony on what happened. And it was sad, man. It was really sad. And it's like, you get these people in this world, man, that they get so attached to celebrities, man, that when somebody come out and say something about them, allegedly, they, everybody kind of jump on a celebrity's bandwagon and they just automatically shoot the person down that got something to say about them. Even though in this situation, from what I was reading and what I saw in the video and what I heard from the cops' testimony, the man went in there and took a deal. He took a deal basically for a lesser charge. And it basically got swept up under the rug. And I get it, like the girl, Jessica Reed, she didn't show up at court, or her mom actually wouldn't let her do it. So, cause she was underage. So it's like, she kind of put her in a bad spot too. Which pretty much hurt her. Even though she thought she was doing what was right for her child, she didn't, because to this day, her daughter's still suffering from the situation that allegedly happened. So yeah, we got to stop standing by these people, man. Like, and I hate to say it, but after I came to my own conclusion, and I'm not going to say that I'm a judge or jury or none of that stuff, but when I go back and I look at all of the old shows that he was on, as far as the Breakfast Club, and I kind of watched his character throughout the years, and I watched how he talked to women and how he treat different people. I'm like, kind of make you look a little funny, like, yeah, bruh. Just some of that weirdo stuff. The way he was he was moving back then, it was a little strange. So I was just like, you know what? Yeah, I don't put it past that man to be everything that girl outlined him to be. I just don't. Now, on the flip side of that whole situation, right? I got this question here. Should women that falsely accuse men of sexual misconduct go to jail? This is on the flip side of it, and I'm about to get into something personal because we live in a world where nowadays a woman or just anybody period, they can say that somebody did something to them, and let's just say if you're a nobody, right? Nobody knows you're just a regular worker, right? It won't beat you down. It'll beat you down, but it won't beat you down as hard as somebody who's out there, who's an entertainer, who someone knows, right? So you'll get somebody who's on top of the world, right? Everybody know them, their household name, and then one person will come out there and falsely accuse them of something, or they'll accuse them of something and then it'll be proven that the person was lying. But prior to everybody finding out the truth, that person that's out there, their life is destroyed. And then fast forward 2, 3, 4 years down the line, it finally comes out that that person was lying, or even sooner than that. But then what usually happens is nothing. All the charges are dropped. The person's name is cleared on the other end, right? But the other person just pretty much gets to walk away. Nah. If you want to ask me what I think the motherfucker should be doing, whatever charge, whatever time I was going to end up getting for what you did to me or what you said I did, you should get that time because you lied. And it was proven that you lied. You should get that time. See, they need to make an example out of some of these people that do stuff like that. They have to, because the bottom line is you just ruined somebody's life, man. You literally ruined somebody's life over a lie. And let me just give you a personal story of something that just happened to me. When I was younger, right? And I can't remember which one of my friends this was in this situation with me, but it was two of us. I want to say it was two of us, maybe three of us. But I was in sixth grade. Sixth grade. I remember this like it was yesterday because it was something that it hurt me up here and it kind of burned me to my core. I'm like, and it stuck with me because I didn't understand what was going on back then. But as I got older, I'm like, damn, she could have got us in trouble. So basically, when I was in sixth grade, it was a girl that we used to tease, and we used to just make fun of her. We just kids, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily bullying, because we would just like crack the same joke, but we wouldn't pick on her and push her around and stuff like that. No, because we still liked the girl or whatever. Everybody kind of liked her or whatever. She wasn't like no ugly girl or nothing like that. So one day I come to school in the morning, sixth grade, and I get pulled into the office. It was one of my friends. I can't remember which one of my friends it was, but if you watching this right now, dude, jump in there and send me a message or something and let me know if it was you. But I'm not going to say your name. But if it was you, just hit me up and let me know. But we get pulled into the office, right? And the girl that we used to tease in school, we used to call her, I ain't even going to say her name. But I'm not even going to say the nickname because you'll know who it is. But in sixth grade at Aurora, we went to school and we get pulled into the office, right? And when we got pulled into the principal's office, the girl was sitting there with her mom. And me and my dude, we just kind of was like, what's up? What's going on? And basically the girl had accused us and said that we had pulled her somewhere in the school when we ripped her clothes off of her. And we was basically trying to do some stuff to her. And we was standing there stuck like, are you serious, man? We was just like, no, we did not. That is a lie. Like we had just got to school and we was just like, when did we do something to you like that? And she was just sitting there just like, basically accusing us of doing something to her that we didn't do. And I'm like, man, no, man. I'm like, no, we didn't. And man, we just sitting there, our parents wasn't even there with us. So it was like, we two kids sitting there trying to defend ourselves against some girl lying on us. Fast forward, come to find out the girl admitted that she lied. She lied and she said that we didn't do anything to her. She just did that because we picked on her. I'm like, damn, that's crazy to me, man. That's crazy. Like you think about what I'm saying. We're in the sixth grade. What in your mind as a sixth grader made you think that was a good idea? Why was that a good idea to you to say, okay, they're cracking jokes on me or they're saying something about me, so let me say that they tried to basically, you already know what the word is. Like, we tried to just do that to her. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Said we ripped her clothes off of her and did this stuff. I'm like, man, that's crazy. And I don't even think I ever went home and told my parents about this stuff. I don't even think I did. I just kind of was like, all right, cool. She told the truth. And we just went on about our lives. You know what I'm saying? Just like damaging stuff, man. But this is coming from somebody who's a sixth grader, a sixth grade girl, right? Who put you up to that? Like, what in your brain made you think that, oh, it's okay, let me just go to school and lie on these dudes to make it seem like they did something to me and they really didn't? It starts that young. So to go back to the women that, or people, period, men or women, that falsely accuse people of doing stuff to them, what should be done to them when we find out that they're not telling the truth? They should go to jail. They should go to jail. Or at least in my situation in that school in sixth grade, that girl should have been expelled. She should have never been able to come back to school. Because do you know, if we did do that, right, and it was proven that we did that to her, where would we be? We would go to jail. We would go to juvenile, to juvie. I'm positive we would have. It wouldn't have been no slap on the wrist. But nothing happened to her. She was able to come back to school after she apologized and she said that she was lying. She was able to just come back to school. That's not okay, man. Like, it's not okay. It's not okay. So in that situation, again, she should have went to jail. And to wrap up the whole Charlemagne situation and his situation, let's just say if he did what he did. And like I said, from what I watched and what I saw in the video, you can go do your own research or you can go watch the documentary. Listen, to me, it seems to be real. And I stopped supporting that whole movement a long time ago. Like, I don't want nothing to do with anything else that man does. I mean, as far as like entertainment, I'm cool. I'm cool, bruh. You can have all that. So, you know, over the stuff that you allegedly did, I'm cool on you, bruh. I'm cool. I'm a back up. I'm just not going to support you no more, bruh. I just can't, man. I cannot do that. I cannot do it. And I know some people going to probably be like, man, well, do you still support Bill Cosby? Do you still support R. Kelly? No, not really. But yeah, man. So that's basically gonna wrap up that little bit right there, that little topic, man. And then we're gonna move on, man. All right, moving along, man. Moving along. So this next topic I want to cover, is gonna make somebody mad. Somebody gonna be mad out there, and I don't give a damn who the hell gets mad. I don't care. Kiss my ass. Pretending for social media. Yeah, you heard that right. Pretending for social media. So I was basically I was on Facebook the other day. And, you know, I'm on there. I'm just scrolling, just looking for something to just keep me entertained a little bit. So it was a dude on there that I went to school with. I grew up with this dude a little bit, like not 100%, but I grew up with him a little bit. So basically, when I was on there looking through, you know, Facebook, I saw he had put up a post and said something about, it was a certain food. He said, when I knew I was poor when we ate something, it was a certain type of food. He said that food let him know that he was poor. And I'm like, what? Like, it's just crazy. But I'm gonna get into why it's crazy. But he said, growing up, I knew I was poor when I ate this kind of food, because I ate this kind of food. So his mama came on there and was just like, what? You ain't never been poor. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we ate growing up, blah, blah, blah. And like, just let him know, like, she basically put him on blast and let him know, like, dude, stop getting on here front and pretending like you grew up poor because you ate a certain kind of food. So that takes me into this. And a lot of y'all are not going to like this. And I really don't care. But a lot of the people that I grew up with, a lot of them, when me and my family, we moved from Cleveland to the suburbs, look, it was like one of the best places you could ever live, man. One of the best places. I'm talking about, and the crazy part is where we used to live, compared to how the distance between where we used to live in Cleveland to where we moved to, man, it was probably like maybe a 7-minute drive. It's crazy. But when you're a kid, you don't even think about, you thinking like, damn, we moved out of town. Nah, we only moved about 7 minutes away. I'm talking about 7. Man, let me just be, I'll give you 10 minutes, maybe 10 minutes away. Right up the street, hit the freeway, jump off at the exit, turn right, boom, go down the street. That's where we used to live. Get back on the freeway, go back the other way, right? So when we moved out to this suburb, it was amazing. It was one of the best places you could ever think about, man. Like I'm talking about, it was like heaven. But it was a heaven that I wasn't used to. Me and my brothers, my sister, we was not used to. My cousin, we was not used to it. It was kind of like white land. I'm talking about all the neighbors, all of our neighbors, except for one dude that I met that lived down the street. They was all white, all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when I went to school, I saw the little kids. It was like white kids. It was some black kids, but it was white kids and black kids. Like, and this was like my first time ever being around a white person in my life, ever. I'm just like, culture shock, right? So these are the same dudes that I met, like growing up as, you know, coming up. They had, like, they just kind of like lived in that neighborhood. But now, when I see these same dudes, as we started getting a little bit older, and I see them now, they all thugs and shit now. And I be looking at these dudes like, what the where did thug come from, suburban man? Where did thug come from? And like, and it'd be killing me too, because I be looking at these dudes like, okay, I can see, because, you know, it was certain kids that kind of moved out there when we moved out there too, that got the same Cleveland experience or whatever prior to moving to the suburbs, right? But then you had a lot of them that were born and raised in that suburb. I'm talking about preschool, kindergarten, all the way through middle school, high school, all of that. That's where they was born and raised at. But you see a lot of them, they thugs. And I just didn't understand it. I'm like, y'all dudes is out here trying to play, y'all playing thug. And it kills me because one of them dudes, the dude that I'm talking about from the beginning of this segment, is that guy. Like, when I first met this dude, he was like a little boy. I'm talking about like a little boy. He was probably like, man, he probably was like in a 3rd grade or, I don't know, maybe a 4th grade or something. But I'm just like, I get where his mama was coming from, because it was like, he's one of them dudes right now to this day. He try to play thug on social media. He try to play thug. I'm talking about, you know, I got this, I'm out here doing that, I'm doing that. And even when I seen him, like, you know, just coming up through the years, he was like playing suburban thug in the streets, like, you know, like trying to be a drug dealer. When really, you ain't got to. Go get you a seat. Go get you that Jogger Lake job, man. Go get the Jogger Lake job, dude. Stop trying to be this street nigga drug dealer dude, man. Come on, man. Go get you the damn Jogger Lake job, just like the rest of the kids that live in the neighborhood, man. Go on up to Dairy Queen, up there. Go get you a job at Geppetto's, bruh. Go on, man. Just be regular, man. But that's what I grew up dealing with. A lot of these dudes, just like him, like pretending on social media, pretending for I don't know who, because it's like the crazy part is, people know you. We know you. You look a little insane. You look a little insane when you try to play suburban thug. Don't nobody take you serious. And for real, like, just to be serious, man, that's how people end up getting killed. Because somebody that's really living in the struggle and you sitting up here pretending to struggle, man, it's an insult, man, because there's real people out here that wake up in the hood every day and they got to try to figure it out every day. But you're waking up in the suburbs, dude. Like, and I had a chance to see both worlds, man. I saw both worlds, man. I lived in a house where we had to put bars on the windows to keep people from breaking in the house while we were in the house. Woke up to a house filled with roaches in your cereal. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I woke up to them days, bruh. I woke up to them days, and I got a chance to live in that world, man, and see the other side of it too. When we moved out to the suburbs, to like, it was like, you ain't got to lock your door. You can make a mistake and leave your garage door open with the door on the inside of the garage open, and nothing will ever happen. Not to say that it's not like that now. The area is getting bad now, but that's what the suburb life was when we moved out there. So all these dudes that grew up pretending to be thug and pretending for social media, you look insane, man. Like, it's a store in the area that I grew up in now. It looked like the block. Like these dudes literally be standing out there like it's the damn block outside of an old barbershop in a plaza. You would think you was down on 55th and Woodland somewhere, like at the marathon, the old marathon, because they just be up there posted every day. Like, hey man, you in the suburbs, man? It's to this day still it's the suburbs, man. Go ahead on, man. Stop trying to play thug, man. Stop, just stop. It's over, man. It's over. Stop trying to play thug, man. You know, you got to stop pretending for social media. Stop pretending for the people around you, because people still look at you now like they look at you like you corny for real, because you look a little corny like that trying to, oh, and there's females that do it too. It'd be females right along with them dudes that be trying to play the same game. And I just be like, y'all look crazy, man. Like, so to the people on the outside looking at y'all, you look crazy, man. Like, stop trying to play thug, man. It's all right. Just be regular. Just be regular, man. Damn. But moving on, man. Moving on. I got a little issue that I want to talk about, and it's crazy that I'm bringing this one up. Because when I had Brandon on here, this is something that me and him talked about, and it kind of went the wrong way. So I think we never posted that episode. So I still wanted to bring it back up because it's still something that I care about to this day, because it still goes on every single day. And I'm not going to just glaze over it, and I'm not going to not talk about it because I'm trying to keep it safe. You know what I'm saying? But it's the way that I'm going to talk about it that's going to be a little bit different. So I was watching a video a few weeks back it was on, I ain't even finna get them no free pub. It's just one of the worst websites in the world, and they always show black people in a bad light. Always. 99% of the stuff on the website, it shows black people in a bad light, and it's bad. And so yeah, I was watching a video on there recently, and basically it was a black lady walking down the street, and she was talking on her phone, right? And she was just walking out in front of her house on the phone, having a conversation. So a white lady, she basically, one of the neighbors, she called the cops on her. And basically she called the cops on her, and she complained to the cops that she was talking too loud on her phone. So, you know, the cops showed up, and they gave her a ticket, like $350 something, I want to say, probably more than that. A ticket for talking too loud on her phone in front of her house. First of all, when I talked about this with Brandon, I was in an angry space. But don't get me wrong, I'm still angry about the situation. But this is a message to all the Karens out there in the world. How about y'all just leave people the fuck alone? Leave people alone and mind your own damn business. Why do y'all always have to interject and throw yourselves into somebody else's business, man? Like, y'all need some hugs, man. Like, why does everything irritate y'all, man? Like, god damn, like, leave people alone. Mind your damn business. This lady outside walking down the street talking on the phone in front of her house. Was it bothering you that much? Was it really bothering you that much? Now, now you just created this beef where now you're going to be beefing with your neighbor forever because you called the cops on me. Now I don't like you. Now we're going to have this problem. Like, it's like, damn, what do y'all get from this, man? Always fucking with people. Like, it was like the one man that was walking in the park, walking his dog, and the one lady called the cops, and actually she could have got him killed by what she did. She basically called the cops and made it seem like the man was trying to do something to her, to the point where the cops was going to show up guns out because Karen had a problem with this man walking his dog or doing whatever he was doing when he was out there in the park walking his dog that day. Y'all Karens need to fall back, man. Or what about the one Karen when it was the lady was in the store, and she was in the store saying something to the one lady, and she said something racist to her, and the lady smacked the shit out of her. It's like, won't y'all just mind your business, man? If you're going to the store to go do something, or if you at the crib doing something, man, just mind your business. Leave people the fuck alone, man. Like, that's the problem with a lot of people, a lot of the Karens of the world, man. They always telling on somebody about something. Just because some people at the park barbecuing, you walk up and tell them they can't barbecue. You call the cops on somebody for fucking barbecuing. Leave people alone, man. Just leave people alone. Like, it's just insane to me. And that just takes me back to even to a place like this. I know y'all saw the video recently of the lady that was in the Victoria's Secret, right? And she got attacked by the lady, the Karen that was in the store, right? Camera on, recording her. Karen ran up to her and she tried to strike her, right? But then when she realized she was being filmed and everything was caught on camera and all the employees in the store and people that saw it was pointing at her, then she went into victim mode, started crying and going crazy all in the store and this and that, you know. And then when the cops show up, you know, the cops, they definitely didn't have a black woman's side, didn't try to help her out at all. And this is where a lot of black people get mad about shit, because for real, if the shoe was on the other foot and it was the black lady that did it, she would have been taken out of there in cuffs. And I know a lot of people are going to say, y'all always say that. Well, what if it was a black? No, we got plenty of videos of it always being a black, that stuff happening to the black person on the flip side. That's why we always say that if it was a black person, this is what would have happened. But this situation with these Karens out here, this shit is getting out of control, man. It's getting out of control, and y'all need to leave people the fuck alone. Like, for real, leave people the fuck alone. Mind your own damn business, man. Mind your own business, man. And things will go a lot smoother in this life, man. Like, I think that's the major issue with a lot of people. People just don't know how to mind their own goddamn business. Like, the woman walking down the street on the phone ain't harming you, ain't doing nothing to you, man. She on the phone having a conversation about whatever. Mind your business. Leave it alone, man. But that's pretty much going to be the wrap of that topic, man, because I can keep going on, and honestly, that one can go into a dark space if I wanted to go into a dark space, but it ain't about going into no dark space, and it ain't about, you know, being mad about, you know, the shit that goes on in this world, you know, because, and it's not me glazing over this topic because I'm trying to just be politically correct, or I'm trying to, you know, soften the blow, or I'm trying to give somebody a pass on it, because honestly, if you want to go down that dark path of how our people are treated in this, I'm not even gonna say country, I'll say world, we can go on and on forever. We can go for a long time. We can go for a long time. And then we can even tap into some of that critical race theory. You know, I ain't even going to do that. That CRT, I'm not going to do that right now. I'm still digging in on the knowledge on that. So, yeah, we're going to definitely tap into that one of these days. But I told y'all I'm not going to hold y'all for a long time on this episode. I just wanted to basically get in here and cover a few things that I was thinking about, or stuff that I had in my mind. And then we're going to tap back into... We're going to tap back into some good stuff from the next episode. I got a really good episode coming up in the next couple weeks, man, where it's going to get a little bit deep. It's going to get a little bit deep. But that's going to be a wrap for this episode of Let's Talk Podcast, episode 30. Smash that like button again. Please subscribe to my channel. And if you want to catch any of my social media, stuff, go down to the description in the video and you'll be able to catch all of my social media links and stuff down there. And then that way, you can get connected with me. I'm almost done, guy. Okay. But, yeah. So I think that's all I got to cover, man. Until the next time, my people, I appreciate everything that y'all do. Keep watching. And also I have a playlist with every episode on there. And if you want to tap in on some of those episodes and get caught up to, what's going on right now, go ahead and jump over there to, what is it? Let's Talk Podcast playlist. It's Let's Talk Podcast playlist. Then once you tap in, you can get caught up on all the episodes. But until the next time, my people, peace, 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 peace.